today we are getting ready to set sail again. We're leaving Fremantle and we're headed to Newcastle, so we're excited about that. It's going to be a voyage with holidays. We've got Christmas and New Year's. It's exciting. A little strange, but exciting.
Yeah, it's been really good. This is the only time I get to see them on the way around the world, so it's been good to catch up. We've already had a present sharing moment while we were here, so that's been good.
Very excited, ready to go. Slightly looking at the wind, thinking it might be a bit windy and bouncy for the first couple of days, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but we'll see how we get on.
If there's not a number mentioned, we know who it is. So let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's been a lot of prep this week, so it's been a really busy time. So haven't had enough time to think about what we're doing yet. So it's all starting to sink in now, you know.
Going to be an upwind session for 5-6 days. The crew is ready, the boat is ready.
I think everyone is ready to rock and roll. The last leg was a bit of a tough one, so I think they're ready to get back out there and start fresh.
It's the nerves of starting a new adventure, starting something new, and hopefully, you know, the journey will be what it is, and just acclimatizing to it and enjoying it every step. So.
So right now we are leaving Fremantle, we're in the middle of the port. We're about to head to go to Newcastle, which is going to be our next race, and we're super excited just to be making it on to the next leg.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic start, we're looking really well placed on the fleet. We're just about to round our first course mark, and then we're out into the Indian Ocean and then south around Tasmania. So hopefully in like 14 days time we'll be in Newcastle.
Well, that was a great race start. We got away nice and clean, we got away fast, we got our spinnaker up, and we're on our way. I think we probably got about another afternoon or two of sunshine, and then we're getting into the real weather.
Bearing to jibe.
We've had a beautiful sunset. The first 7 boats of the fleet are all here within half a mile of each other, so it's been some really close racing. Definitely all to play for, and a pretty exciting start to the race, probably the most exciting we've had yet. Yeah, means good, thank you.
We're now kind of charging down into the acceleration zone. It's by Cape Llewellyn. So it's going to get pretty breezy.
The plan at the minute, you guys can have a look on Time Zero if you want, is head south till we hit our ice limiting latitude. Yeah. Snow for Christmas. So the last 24 hours have been pretty gnarly. We had 40 knots on the nose, which meant that we were beating upwind. So we went straight into life at 45 degrees.
We are
about 340 miles into the trip since we left. We've still got just over 2,000 miles to go. We are expecting in the next 6 to 12 hours that we will sail into this enormous wind hole.
Somewhat heading south at about 2 knots of boat speed. We are in stealth. Oh. The idea of going into stealth now was to hide whether we go to the scoring gate or not. It's kind of the main tactical decision Dan and I think of the race.
We're about to throw the drifter buoy into the sea, so we've just unwrapped it. We're currently just getting it ready to deploy.
4 or 5 clipper yachts have been dropping these drifter buoys across the various parts of our route. These buoys have a series of scientific instruments in them, and they drift with the ocean currents, measuring sea surface temperature where they are, so they can measure the drift, they can measure the air pressure, and they allow weather forecasters to a much better understanding of the ocean currents and the atmospheric conditions, which are such an important part of the drivers for our global weather.
It's going to be at sea for 3 years, and it's going to hopefully give some great data to the meteorology team.
Oh! Bloody hell, that was a plug. Hey!
Bye! And it's off.
Now that we're heeled over again, everything obviously gets a little bit more difficult, but it's all right. You make do.
The waves is really, really calm. Long and beautiful waves. It couldn't be better.
It's good to hear. I am also agonising over just when to throw this drive in. Although my crew are more interested in carol singing than anything else currently. Over.
I'm now on my way to my watch to stand on the bow and look for the Santa Claus. Everybody believes that he lives on the North Pole, but we know he's on the South Pole. Why we're heading south? Because we want to have our Christmas present before everybody else.
So we appear to have had the kite, the Code 2, take out the anti-wrap net and wrap itself around the inner forestay. Laura's gone up to try and get it down, deal for Christmas Eve / Christmas.
Just come down from being up the rig. We got a couple of the wraps undone on the spinnaker, and we managed to get the halyard down to the deck. The whole team, I think we had 10, maybe 15 of us on the side of the boat, pulling in every inch we could get, and we finally got the sail on board.
But that was a small rig considering this
it
whole
doesn't look like
creature.
it's too bad. This is the best Christmas I ever had in my whole life. What can you imagine? South Atlantic, Southern Ocean, Christmas Eve, dark, raining, a wrap spinnaker, lot of nice friendly people all working together. This can't be better!
2:47. Oh yeah, we are back in the game.
Pressure system, the pressure is getting up to 1,022 HPA.
Merry Christmas to all and everyone!
Oh my goodness, what's going on here?
Handsome present!
Whoa, my favourite, just what I wanted.
No, no, we didn't do it!
We're at the end of day 7. After a pretty bumpy start to Christmas with our kite wrap, we had a really, really awesome day. Started with a beautiful lunch cooked by Ed and Sue with all the trimmings. Then we went on and we had Secret Santa with Mike digging on a pretty good roll.
Welcome to Secret Santa!
Oh. We had some messages from home, both from Felix and from the comms team, which was really special to hear, and quite a lot of people were tearing up. It means a lot to us to hear from home. that was really nice.
Laura decided to send an email in the sked to say that if we raised 500 quid, we would send a video of us carol singing. We had an email from Grace saying that we raised £1,200, so we just spent the last half an hour recording said video over. The weather front coming through, so it's going to get wet. It's going to be a lot of rain, there's going to be some more wind, and then from then on the wind's just going to build. So we're sitting at like 20 knots at the moment, 25. It's going to go up to 35, maybe even 40 as we get closer to Tasmania. Be prepared for that. In a couple of days' time it's going to be wet, it's going to be windy. It will still be downwind though, thankfully. We've had quite a nice day. We saw some dolphins earlier, but the really exciting thing is we've got Dare to lead about 3.5 to 4 miles in front of us. We can see them.
600 miles from the turn north of Tasmania, and the romance of sailing has become the routine of Groundhog Day.
Reese, man, it's your shift, buddy. Wake up, wake up.
We've got about 400 miles till we hit some big weather as we round Tasmania. We're looking at around 30 knots of wind with 5 to 6 metre swells, so it's going to be pretty spicy and we're quite excited to see what happens then.
We've just jibed over and are heading towards south of Tasmania.
This is the furthest south we will be ever in the clipper race, unless something goes really wrong. So we can wave goodbye to 45 south, and this kind of is momentous for those of us going around the world. A pretty awesome day and a good farewell to the southern latitudes, I guess.
It's a bit sad. I enjoy the big weather. It's fun. It'd be nice to be warm again, warmer. Get some proper sun, and then I'm gonna miss the big waves and the big weather that comes with it. So
we got about 285 miles to go. We are charging up the Australian coast. We've just gone past the bottom of Australia, past Cape Howe, and we've seen over the last 24 hours a few of the Sydney Hobart boats going back home.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drink a toast to you.
There's he goes.
We're coming up to the East Australian Current, which is pretty much like the fast lane in the airport. And we're hoping that as we shoot up here, our speed's going to rocket and we'll send the last 296 miles to Newcastle.
finishing soon, hopefully. We've just come out the East Australian Current and are now heading towards Newcastle. Congratulations to the two finishers, so Halong Bay and Dare to Lead. We'll be finishing soon, I believe.
Congratulations again on not only back-to-back podium but back-to-back wins. You've got to be pretty proud of yourselves on that one.
Yeah, feeling really good. Yeah, it was a hard race. It was long days, and you could see the tiredness, and you could see Deathly catching. We just had to make sure we just took the right course and at the right time and pushed at the right time. So yeah, but chuffed to be the first boat in for 2024.